Welcome back to another episode of Goat Worthy Reactions, where we mainly like to focus on the goats on this channel. And today we're dealing with the 4 Billy Goats, man. Shout out to the Beatles. Up next is an interesting track, interesting for sure. Shout out to all the Patreon members, by the way, because this is a Patreon exclusive. Thank you for being here, man. It's gonna be a long journey. I appreciate you guys riding with me for the whole way. Let's get it. This song is called Anna. Go to him. In parentheses, go to him. Now, listen. I have an issue with this song. My wife's name is Anna. So I'm just like, am I going to be singing this to her? I hope it's a good thing. Oh, darling. Like I've been singing that for the past week. But let's get it though. Anna, go to him. Beatles. Okay, turn it up, turn it up.
Anna, you come and ask me, girl, to set you free, girl. You say he loves you more than me, so I will set you free. Go with him.
Oh, no.
Go with him.
No, Anna, no.
Anna,
Oh, my God.
girl, before you go now, I want you to know now
Come on, sing it.
that I still love you so.
I love
He
you.
loves you more. Go with him.
Oh, my God.
All of my life,
Woo.
I've been searching for a girl to love me like I love you. Oh, now, but every girl I've ever had breaks my heart and leaves me sad. What am I supposed to do? Oh, Anna,
Anna.
just one more thing, girl. You give back your ring to me,
No.
and I will set you free. Go with him.
No, don't go, Anna, don't go.
All of my life,
All of my life.
I've been searching.
No, stop, man. I gotta pause it. Damn, why they gotta do this, my sweet Anna? I'm gonna sing this to tease her now. For real. When she ain't appreciate me, I'm gonna sing it to tease her. Nah, stop. She always appreciates me. It'd be me that don't be appreciating her as much. I need to get better at that. Well, I always appreciate her. I need to get better at making that known so that this song doesn't become reality. But I like this song. One thing I'm gonna say about this song, it's a lot like their music, but I'm gonna focus on these songs more so than the others. When I speak like this, I'm more so directing the energy towards this album, being that it's their first album, and because of how young they are, obviously. But even this right here, man, this is obviously it doesn't sound like anything else, but it just sounds so real. You know what I mean? It sounds so real. It sounds like what I really appreciate about them is that the lyrics, the songs they write, the grooves that they put you in, they all feel genuine. They feel like genuine music. They feel very real. You know what I'm saying? So even if you can't relate to it directly, you find a way to relate to the emotion of the song. And I think that's what had them I won't say it's what catapulted them, but it's for sure what really captured people, even those who don't relate. You know what I mean? So I think I'm sure they had like a big like female fan base and stuff like that, but I can only imagine the male fan base as well was pretty huge back then, because even me, 2026, you know, at the age I'm at today, listening to this, I feel very connected to it, not because of specifically the name, you know what I'm saying, or what they're singing about, but more so just the fact that it seems genuine. You know what I'm saying? I like to think I'm a genuine person, so I like that right there. I'm already relating right there, and then you start relating to the emotion of what that feels like to, you know, lose someone, either to someone else or to something else, or just because you weren't your best version, so you lost something or someone. You know what I'm saying? So even in that contrast, I can relate to it. But yeah, let me run it back one more time. Sorry, I got to, because I gotta hear that first verse again. Woo. I like the production too, by the way. In the headphones, it's kind of like panning or whatever, but you could just hear the reverb and stuff like that. And they're not abusing the reverb. This is the type of reverb you would do for the vibe of the song, the grooviness, and just it's more so about just putting you in a certain state of mind and putting you in a certain mood, so that you're easier on accepting or easier on listening to the lyrics and really getting the gist of it, as opposed to just slamming you with lyrics, beats knocking. But there has to be a mood set too. You know what I mean? And I do like the Anna, and you hear like the reverb of Anna, like it's so aggressive. But yeah, it sounds good though.
To set you free, girl.
Oh,
You say he loves you more than me, so I will set you free. Go with him.
no.
Go with him. Anna. Girl, before you go now, I want you to know now that I still love you so. But if he loves you more, go with him. All of my life, I've been searching for a girl to love me like I love you. Oh, now, but every girl I've ever had breaks my heart and leave me sad. What am I supposed to do? Oh, Anna, just one more thing, girl.
One more thing.
You give back your ring to me, and I will set you free. Go with him.
Very at the same time still very dancey. I can see this popping off at the disco, you know what I mean? So another thing that they do, which is like I feel is very innovative for them, being that this is 1963, what's very innovative on their part is the fact that their music can be played for every different type of setting. So far every song I've heard has not that it has a specific setting, it just can go with any setting. Like you could play this at the cookout. You know what I'm saying? You could play this in the car driving. You could play this at the beach hanging out. You could play this on the dance floor. You know what I'm saying? You could play this at the high school dance. You know what I mean? Like it's just there's no setting where they cannot be played, and I think that has a lot to do with their GOAT status and their innovation of what they paved the way. They've paved the way. They paved the way. They're they're the best. Like they are. They really are, man. They're the best. Like. This is I know a lot of people were getting mad in the comment section that I kept calling them a boy band or whatever, but that's just how we know what bands are today. Like I didn't even know that was an insult, you know what I'm saying? They're boys, they're in the band, they're called the band, you know what I'm saying? But whatever. But yeah, as far as just a band, right? A group. Yeah, they got it. I'm really quickly understanding why they're at this pinnacle, and I'm not even saying anything that's a hot take. Like this is what people say. People say the Beatles are the greatest. So it's cool that I get to go back to the beginning and really experience it the correct way, and really get a grasp on where that foundation lays. Like where people getting this from, or is it hype? Because I do hear on the other side, I hear that they're overrated. You know, from not musical specialists, but I would say musical fans who I don't deem biased. They'll say they're great, but they're a bit overrated, and I find that to be like no one who has a run like they had, right, which wasn't long, right? They had somewhat of a short run, and they were like classic forever. You know what I'm saying? To this day, still, you're not just okay, you're not just good but not great. Like you're not going to be overrated and last that long. No, it doesn't work that way, especially with members still being alive and stuff like that. Like no, I'm not buying that. So that's why I'm glad I'm tapping into this journey.
All of my life, I've been searching for a girl to love me like I love you. But let me tell you now that every girl I've ever had breaks my heart and leave me sad. What am I
Hey.
Just one more thing, girl.
This is just such a groovy record. I love how the beat hasn't changed, but it did have a little uplift for when he was like, "Oh, what am I supposed to do?" Like when he got a little strong with it. Outside of that, the beat has just been groovy, 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 and just consistent. You know what I mean? But I do like the vibe of the record. You know what I'm saying? So I wanna say specifically the there's not a lot of focus on the vocals here, even though I mean he's killing it right now. But as far as like isolating the vocals from them, like they're not allowing for the vocals to take lead on the song. A lot of the times, when you're not saying too much, you're showing off the skill of the range you can do. But a lot of the times, people put the music first, and that's what I really appreciate about the Beatles, man. They put the music first. It doesn't feel like ego when things are being produced and performed. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel like ego because here with this record, what I'm hearing to me is the context is in the front. So the subject matter is at the forefront of this song for me. Behind that is going to be the music, and by the music I mean just the sonics. The sonics is behind that, right? So you got the context, which is the lyrics and stuff like that, and then you got the sonics. So sonically, it's sonically pleasing, right? Sonically pleasing, and there's good lyrics, and then the actual instrumentation, which is I'm not going to say it's basic, but it's I would say it doesn't sound like again it doesn't sound like the last Beatles record, but it's consistent. You know what I'm saying? It's consistent. That's what I would say about the instrumentation. It sounds good, but and by the production when someone produces, when there's beat drops and the vocals, get their solo, or when there's constant things like that, what they're trying to push as far as in the song. And in this song, it was pretty even, but more so the meaning of the song and the vibe I feel like it was at the forefront. So, and that's good. I think it should be like that most of the time. And then sometimes, you can show off your skill and stuff like that, and it could be about the vocals. Like, Oh Darling had some vocal isolation. It did have some vocal isolation. Paul was doing this thing on there, so there was some vocal isolation on Oh Darling. But yeah, anyways.
You give back your ring to me, and I will set you free. Go with him.
That's tough, man. That's tough.
Go with him. You can go with him, girl. Go with him.
That was good. That was good. I really like the there's just one more thing, girl. Like it's just like, man, it's crazy because it's such a mature record. Like the lyrics, they're so mature. Like that's crazy, and that's what I mean about the 60s and 70s. Just the type of men that were produced in the 60s and 70s. It really just even the young men, more forget about the men who were in their 30s at this time or even their 40s. Can you imagine the high quality type of men in the 60s and 70s and their 30s and 40s? Those were grown men though in those days. Today, 30 is still young. Like 30 is like we let 30-year-olds slide with stuff that we used to let 20-year-olds slide with. You know what I mean? Now, a 50-year-old magician, a 50-year-old. I gotta plug in a interview right here at this point. I gotta find it and put it right here. But yeah, a 50-year-old musician at this point, let's say a rapper for instance, is still dependent on bringing the top quality level music as opposed to the 20-year-old. Because when that 50-year-old was in his early 20s, he was the focal point of hip hop or whatever the case may be, and they were bringing in the best music. The 50, 40, 30-year-olds, they're already looked at as somewhat old. So I find it interesting that these guys are the focal point of music, and also they're leading the way, and also they're producing the best music. And the lyrics are so mature, so mature. It's just crazy. Like, so with rock, I think that's what the edge rock has on hip hop when it comes to like maturity. It's like hip hop can be so immature sometimes. I'm not even joking. Sometimes I'm embarrassed. It can be so immature sometimes. But shout out to these guys, man. Young men, mature, making classic music. Even then, I'm pretty sure at this time they knew it was classic. And I heard a lot about this portion of this album being done within 12 hours. I mean, that's just nuts to me. It's just crazy insane that you could produce this type of skill, this type of talent, this type of meaning to a song, and you could just tell what they meant to the Can you imagine well, some of you can imagine because some of you were there, but for those who weren't, can you just imagine experiencing the Beatles in the beginning? You know what I mean? In the beginning, and knowing in the beginning it was classic. Like when I first heard the 50s, my first 50 Cent album, Get Rich or Die Trying, I knew it was a classic when I heard it. I knew it was a classic. I knew the Reasonable Doubt, Illmatic. When I first heard those albums, I knew they were classics. So can you imagine for the Beatles, something even more classic, something more timeless than those records? Man, living in it. I wish I could live in it. Sometimes I wish I was, I swear, sometimes I feel like I was born in the wrong era. I'm not even going to lie. The wrong decade. 60s and 70s is my groove, man. It's my groove. All right, y'all. See y'all on the next record. Let's continue on, man. Shout out to the Patreon. Make sure if you're watching this on Patreon, you're at maybe tier 2, tier 3, or something like. Well, if you're at tier 2, if you're at tier 3, you can see everything. But if you're at tier 2, you see some records. Hit me up, man, because sometimes we got a lot of people donating memberships. So yeah, reach out to me. Join the Patreon for free. You know what I'm saying? Join the Patreon for free, and then hit me up. Hit me up. I might be able to work something out for you. You know what I'm saying? We give out memberships all the time. It's 30-day passes, and then after your 30 days, maybe you'll make the big move on your own. But yeah, let's get it, man. Please me. Continuing on the Beatles journey.